Hey there, Stephen O'Hara here with the Better Software Company. In this video, I'll be showing you how you can create events for your interactions or even for personal events and save them into your BPro calendar. Now you can do both here on our new events page, which you can get to by clicking on your home menu and then click on events. Okay, so let's start by creating a new event for an interaction here in our system. And the first thing we need to do is give this event and really, sorry, tie this event to a specific customer or a specific lead that exists in our system. Okay, so I will search up a lead here. I've got Stevo's detailing. Okay, so I can then choose my interaction type. I'm going to leave it at a call for now. I want to call Stevo's detailing. We'll say on the 15th of October. We can set our interaction time. You can click here and choose a specific time, or you can actually just click onto that time and just type it in if you want to save some time scrolling through. You can then set the duration of this interaction event, and that'll really define how much time it's going to, take you. Certainly a bit of a guideline at the very least. Okay, you can choose any contacts tied in the file to associate to this particular interaction, and same thing with any phone numbers that you have on file. Okay, so that'll be all the phone numbers tied again to that customer profile or to that lead profile. Okay, next we want to really remind ourselves for why we're calling, right? So let's leave ourselves a little note here and we'll say call to follow up quote. Okay, and next we can assign this to a specific user. So if I want Brad to make this call, I can assign it to him. He'll see it there on his dashboard. We'll both see it on the calendar. I could assign it to multiple users even here if I like. Okay, I'm going to hit save now, and that's going to create my new event. Okay, so there it is in my events list. I can, go and edit this if I need to, or I can reference it in the calendar. Um, Next, let's go ahead and create a new personal event. So first thing we can do is we can give our personal event a name. So let's go ahead and add this. We'll say dentist appointment. Okay, pop that in there. We can give it a color. That'll define the stripe of color down the side of the event. Um, Next, we can choose our start date. Okay, so same thing. I'll put it in for the 15th. Okay, I'll set my time, say to 7 a.m. Early dentist appointment. We can then choose our duration. The duration will define the end time, or we could go the route of just setting a specific end time. You can also choose your end date for your personal event, and this is quite helpful if you want your event to span over multiple days, let's say. Okay, so in the past, we haven't been able to add events to our interactions for the calendar, and we haven't been able to add personal events to the calendar either. The only way to really work around this in the past was really the only way we could create events, sorry, in the calendar was to have them tied to an order. So either a quote or an invoice. But now with this capability, we can make it purely a personal event. And here's how you might use this really is not just things like appointments, but maybe I want to block myself off for a week due to my vacation time I have booked. Okay, there's an idea. Another thing might be if we assign this to a specific asset, maybe I have a truck in the shop for a couple of days and I want to just remind myself when I'm booking things in the calendar not to book over top of that. Okay, so these personal events should give you a lot of flexibility and hopefully allow you to get a little bit more out of your BPro calendar here. Okay, so we can assign an asset to this particular event as well. Oops, I'm going to set my end time to the same day here. And let's say we assign this to the Silverado. Okay, next, we can also assign this event to a particular user if needed. We can add any notes if needed. Okay, and we do have the ability to add in address information as well. Okay, If you click on the address selector, this will list any global addresses in your system. So global addresses really help define locations that you might frequent on a regular basis. So they could be selectable on, any customer's event, any personal event, and so on. Now, if you don't use global addresses a whole lot, don't worry about it. You can define a unique address here right on the form on the fly. Okay. I think for something like this, like going to see your dentist, yeah, I probably know exactly how to get to my dentist, so I'm not going to bother popping the address in here in this case, right? Um, all I need to do now is just click save. Okay, so again, that generates the event both here on the events list and in my BPro calendar. So let's jump into our calendar real quick and we'll take a peek, hop over to the scheduler. And I believe, yes, I put that in on the 15th, so we'll cycle through. Okay, and there we have it. There's our dentist appointment. Looks good. And there is our interaction follow-up. Call Steve-O's Detailing. Okay, so if I'm looking at the day view, again, I can spot these really easily and I can work around them a lot easier too, schedule around them and so on. So anyways, we're really excited to give you this capability for events related to interactions and for anything personal that you want to pop in there. We hope you like it. If you have any questions related to either of these options, please feel free to chat into us and please feel free to share your feedback. We love your feedback and thanks so much for joining me today. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.